Hi everybody. Today's episode is titled Doing What You Don't Feel. I'm going to read from Exodus chapter 3 verse 11, and this is the story about Moses when God met him at the burning bush. God told Moses to go back to Egypt to free the people, and this is Moses' response. But Moses said to God, "Who am I that I should go to Pharaoh and bring the Israelites out of Egypt?" Next, I'm going to read from 1 Samuel chapter 9 verse 21, and this is when the Israelites received their first king, which was King Saul. And this was Saul's response when Samuel told him that he was going to anoint him as king. Saul answered, "But I am not a Benjamite from the smallest tribe of Israel, and is not my clan the least of all the clans of the tribes of Benjamin? Why do you say such a thing to me?" Next, I'm going to read from Matthew chapter 26, verses 38 to 39, and these were Jesus' words before the cross. It says, "My soul is overwhelmed with sorrow to the point of death. Stay here and keep watch with me." Going a little further, he fell with his face to the ground and prayed, "My Father, if it is possible, may this cup be taken from me. Yet not as I will, but as you will." Moses, Saul, and Jesus had something in common, and that thing was none of them felt like doing what God called them to do. When people mistreat us, we don't always feel like being nice to them in return. When people lie to us, we don't always feel like praying for them. When people hurt us, we don't always feel like forgiving them. But these are things that God tells us to do. In 1 Samuel chapter 15 verses 22, it says, "To obey is better than sacrifice." Moses, Saul, Jesus, all three obeyed instead of giving a sacrifice. They all obeyed what God told them to, regardless of how they felt. And they are key examples of how we should live our lives. Not based on our feelings, not doing the right thing just when we feel like doing it, but doing it in obedience to God. My encouraging scripture is coming from 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verses 17 to 18. It says, "For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen. For what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal."